It's Veterans Day, so it'll be pushed to the week after, but it'll reflect on the next agenda.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, are you running this meeting? Is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're freaking out. Don't freak out. You're fine. Oh my gosh.
Nerve-wracking because everyone else is like out working. I mean, it's pretty cool. You know, no one can, I can get away with a lot of things, I think.
Eating. It's probably on my leg outside where it wasn't.
You could take over AS and become the AS overlord.
Never. Tell me when you're actually live, but. Oh, hi, Alex as Michael.
It's kind of crazy. We're all out here spread out.
Just tell me when we should start so I can hit record.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 people here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, because I think really are sharing a computer.
10. Looks like everyone's here. Wow, awesome job.
9, or I don't know when to start. Okay, hi everyone, happy Wednesday. So I would like to go ahead and call this meeting to order at 12:06. So today we are going to start off with roll call. First we have Mackenzie.
Here.
Chris.
Here.
Okay, I'm here. Louise. Here. Michael.
He's here.
Michael, stay here. Shout it. No, you hear it on my phone. Shout it.
Here.
Okay. Then we have Alex.
He's checking someone into a car right now.
Okay, Jasmine.
Here.
All right. Philly.
Here.
Kelly. Kelly? Oh, is she not here?
Yeah, I don't think she's here, Christina.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay. Emmanuel.
Present.
Kyle.
Here.
And David.
Here.
Okay. Everyone's here but Kelly at the moment. So before we proceed further, I would like to acknowledge that we are conducting business on the native land of the Hahamanga tribe of the Tongva Nation. And I would like us to please take a moment to remember those who came before us. And now we are going to move on to agenda item 1C to, I believe it's to table the agenda for November 4th, 2020.
Agenda, you're tabling minutes.
Oh, table the minutes. Or wait, sorry, wrong one. Okay, sorry. I would like to approve of the agenda for November 4th, 2020. So if everything on the agenda looks good and nothing needs to be changed, I would like to entertain a motion to approve of the agenda.
I move approval of the agenda.
I second that motion.
Okay, first by David, second by Kyle. So I'm gonna do a roll call vote. Mackenzie.
Aye.
Chris.
Aye.
Okay, Louise.
Aye.
Michael,
Aye.
Alex. Are you still helping?
He said I do here.
Alex said aye. They're getting him the.
Aye.
Okay. Jasmine,
Aye.
Philly. Okay. Kelly's not here. Emmanuel.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
And David.
Aye.
Okay, moving on for the approval of minutes for October 28th, 2020. And I believe that I would like to table the minutes due to the missing names for the committee appointments.
I move to table the minutes for next week. Or to no, our next meeting.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second.
You can give it to him.
First by David, second by Manuel, I believe. So next we have public comment on non-agenda items. Is there any public?
I believe we do have a member of the public. Right, Carrie? Wait,
If
Carrie,
they
are we supposed to have a member of the public make a comment today?
It doesn't.
Is ASA present? Can someone check the YouTube feed?
I don't see anything.
Okay, then
Have we-
they're not here.
I'm sorry, have we voted for the tabling of the minutes?
Oh, right. We should do a roll call vote. So should we go back? Could we do a roll call vote for the tabling of minutes for October 28th, 2020? Due to committee appointments, and I'll just do a roll call vote. Mackenzie?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Louise?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
Jasmine?
Aye.
Alex? Okay, Billy? Billy say.
Aye.
Okay, Kelly, now that she's here.
Aye.
Emmanuel?
Aye.
Kyle?
Aye.
And David.
Aye.
Okay. All right. So now we will move on to public comment, and I believe there is no comment from what I just heard. So now we're going to move on to board reports. So I will start off with Mackenzie.
Like fun. All right. So I'll try to keep this quick. I attended the student success meeting with Jasmine on Tuesday, and we were given a presentation with stories from PCC alumni who were part of the non-credit division, and we actually got to speak with several of those students. So it was really nice to hear from them. And as a committee, we were trying to see how we can bridge the gap between credit and non-credit. And so that's something that was really interesting that went on that meeting. I went to the accreditation committee meeting on Tuesday with Kyle, where they talked about an accreditation training video and a video for site teams. For the site team video is going to consist of footage that already exists at the college and some new footage. And Crystal actually asked if I could write up a little blurb of what it is AS has been up to, like how we had our virtual events. She actually brought that up during the meeting, so I'll be writing that and probably running it by a couple of you to see if there's anything that I missed. For the accreditation training video, it's actually going to be an animation. It's going to be voiced by Thea and Crystal and a couple of kids that they got permission from to use in their videos. So it's going to be really cute. They showed us a little like 10-second clip of it, and I thought it was just really fun and cute. So hopefully that turns out well. I was supposed to go to a flea market policy meeting, but that was canceled and moved to next Friday from 10 to 11. So I'll have more to report on that next week. I met with Dr. Olivo, David, and Louise on Monday, where we discussed a post-election town hall event, which, as you all got the email, that is happening this week. I attended Kelly's giveaway event on Monday and her watch party, so big props to her. We had such a great turnout, and I'm really happy with how many people turned out and how many students we were able to reach. I am currently attending Alex's Spirit Week giveaway for the Colorado and Rosemead campuses, and we've already reached a lot of students, so congrats to both of them for doing such a great job so far this week. I also met with Emmanuel this week to go over like the agenda and just how to run a meeting for his first sustainability committee meeting this week. So I'm really looking forward to going to that and seeing how he does. And that's all I have for my reports today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mackenzie. Then we'll move on to Chris.
Yeah, hi everybody. So with me, a couple of things. I wanted to go ahead and mention that I did send out a draft of the privacy survey that Crystal worked on for us. So please take a look at that and follow her instructions to access the link to look at that draft. I think it's super important, and the privacy working group has worked really hard. So, take your time and peruse it and let me know your thoughts on it, or Crystal, your thoughts on it too. ICC is continuing to meet. We didn't have quorum at the last meeting, but that's because attendance wasn't required, but that's okay. We have a required meeting this Friday, and we have a funding committee meeting this Friday as well, which brings me to my next item, which is we continue to have ICC funding meetings, but I have to keep canceling them just because there's not really any requests. So if any of you can maybe help brainstorm some ideas to give to ICC about ways they can use their funding, please let me know. And if you're part of any club, or if you know club people, go ahead and urge them to apply for funding because, it's free money. Let them know. In terms of committee reports, there are a couple of technology-related events that are going on today, or going on soon. Today, there's a town hall at 4 p.m. The link to that is going to be sent out super soon by Philly here on our Instagram, but if you don't want to go to there, it's going to be in your student email to RSVP for the Zoom webinar. And tomorrow there's going to be a student focus group at 2 p.m. That Candace is going to host with a couple of students. So if any of you want to join or want to have a voice in that, please email me. I can get you to that meeting. But that's it for me.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Next, we'll have Louise speak about her board reports.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, yeah, my mic is working. I think. Nothing much to report. Mackenzie did mention that we did see Dr. Lebo on Monday and discuss more about the post-election town hall that's already happening. And then just some other questions that she had. But other than that, nothing else.
Okay, thank you. So next we're gonna have Michael, if he has any reports. Michael.
Hello. I attended training with Carrie, and I've been working on my applications for my committee, so I plan on sending them out soon. That's all.
Okay, thank you. And we'll have Alex if he's able to speak right now.
So he's helping a customer. Can we go into someone else and get back to him later?
Yeah, of course. So we're gonna have Jasmine go next then.
Hi, everyone. So I'll keep it super brief. I did attend that student success committee with Mackenzie. I offered to do outreach at that campus since I know that we are trying to bridge over to that campus because for the purpose of eliminating those gaps. And I believe that it's really, really essential that we reach out to folks that are considered at Promise. So that's something that I'm going to be working on with the folks from that campus. And then moving forward, I did attend the student activities committee along with Alex to introduce myself and my position. And that's about it. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Next we have Philly.
All right, so I'd like to report that I designed Spirit Week posters last week. I reached to the former VP of Public Relations for some onboarding. I worked with Chris on streamlining some settings for our Outlook account and also our Zoom settings. And I just started on a master document so that we can have a unified design and writing style for any future PRs and this year as well. And lastly, I'd also like to report that I worked with Christina on AS merchandise, and we're hoping to get something done soon.
All right, thank you, Philly. Next we have Kelly.
Hello. First of all, I just want to report back on the events that we hosted. Thank you all for being there. It wouldn't have been an event without you guys. The giveaway, we gave about, I think, we gave out everything. That was about 60 different bags. And also, we had, I think I counted about ended up being about 10 different guests that came to our watch party yesterday, which is really awesome as well. And thank you for promoting everything and for sharing our video. I heard a lot of people giving us some really good feedback. But yeah, that's really it. I'll be there at Rosemead. And yeah, just really thank you guys. Thank you guys for making it all possible.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. Now we have Emmanuel.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to report that I received some help from Mackenzie and Alex in preparation of the AS Sustainability Committee meeting. It is scheduled for this Friday at 2 p.m. The agenda has been posted on Lancer Live. And I also watched the Campus Activities Committee meeting through YouTube. I really liked the participation in there and all the ideas they had about potential events in the future. Also, thanks to Kelly for hosting the election watch party. I was glad to attend. It was very pleasing being able to, share space, and I really enjoyed the icebreaker. So thank you, and that is it.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel. Can I get Kyle?
Yes, you can get me. I was having some tech issues. Okay, so first off, I want to say that I attended an SSCCC meeting, and they talked about the benefits of statewide legislative efforts. And our region, which is Region 7, is looking for a treasurer, and that's open to any students of the community college districts located in Region 7. So that's open to all students who are interested in learning about what SSCCC is, and also if they want to be involved in our region. And second, I attended Kelly's election watch party last night, and it was awesome, and I was really happy. I don't know if I was happy for the results necessarily, but it was very interesting to watch the whole thing unfold. I also conferred with Simba and drafted a budget for the podcast, which is now the current budget, which is on this meeting, and it will hopefully be approved at this meeting. And I also had my first Supreme Council meeting at 9 a.m. this morning. Way too early, but it went really well, so I was very happy for that. And I also introduced myself at Kelly and Alex's committees. And I also attended 2 district-wide committees this week. I went to the Strategic Planning Committee, where we discussed shared governance effectiveness, and we talked about an instituted strategies to close effectiveness gaps. We also discussed committee goals for the year and continued to revise our core values. And lastly, I attended the Accreditation Committee with Mackenzie, where we discussed our plans in regards to accreditation, which includes the creation and distribution of a cartoon. And I think it's really awesome, the cartoon. So like Mackenzie said, it's going to be filled up with kids, and also it's going to be faculty members, and they're going to ask these children questions about accreditation, which they're going to have no idea the answers to, and they're not going to give them any information in addition to that. And the goal is just to make it really interesting, reactive, and funny, because it's going to be in a cartoon format. It actually looks really good. I can't wait for it to be released. In addition to that, I don't have any other report.
All right, thank you, Kyle. And then next we will have David.
Awesome. So I went to a Board of Trustees Accreditation Committee meeting where we looked at the final draft of the ICER. And so if anyone has any additional questions about the ICER, I have an opportunity to ask those just last minute questions. And then also on Friday, I attended a virtual visit of the Board of Governors that they were doing at PCC, and it was interesting. I heard from Terry Jr. that he's planning on developing a task force around Proctorio and addressing the concerns that students have about that. And so I'm gonna reach out to him and try to get students on that task force so that we could all address the concerns that we have about Proctorio, because obviously we all do. So I'll reach out to some of you about that. But Monday went really well. So congrats to Kelly. We helped about 60 students. So that was fantastic. I was only expecting like maybe 10 students. So that was awesome. And today's going really well as well. So And about next Board of Trustees meeting, I know that Trustee Wah wants me to sort of focus on DEI, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so I'm gonna set up a sort of a study session with all of you so that we could get our talking points straight. Because I want us to address our district's need to, because our district is very lacking in how diverse our faculty is, right? We have. Can you mute yourself?
I thought it was muted.
I think David's the only one talking right now. David, is that everything? I think you got cut off.
Okay, perfect. All right, I didn't want that feedback there. So, regarding next Board of Trustees meeting, Trustee Wah wants me to get you all to address DEI, and that's the diversity, equity, and inclusion, and that's the effort that we're making to make our faculty and our faculty more diverse in the sense that it addresses the needs of our students, right? Because we our administration or faculty don't really reflect our student population, and so that's true across the entire system, and that's also true about the UC and in the private system. So we're trying to address that, and we're trying to reflect that in the policies that we enforce. So I'm going to set up a study session with all of you and try to get that in the works. So look out for that, because the next Board of Trustees meeting is next week. So yeah, that's my report.
Okay, thank you. Right now, Mackenzie is away from her screen, so she can't screen share the agenda as of right now, but we're going to move on to Alex's reports.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. So obviously, I'm in the middle of Spirit Week. I have the event currently, and we just passed 30 students served so far, so that's pretty good. I met with Philly to get all the graphics out for this week several times. I attended Kelly's first committee meeting, as well as her 2 events yesterday and Monday. All 3 events went extremely well. Shout out to Kelly for that. I had my second committee meeting yesterday, and we started brainstorming ideas for December and winter as well as spring. Did I forget anything? I think that's everything. If I forgot something, I'm sorry, but that's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Alex. So now we're gonna move on to also my reports. If I missed anyone, please let me know. But just for my board reports, I have been meeting with the Vice President of Instruction, that hiring group. And so we're going to start conducting interviews next week, which is going to be fun and also tiring, but I'm hopeful that we will get a really great candidate. And I've been working on the transfer panel, so I met with Dion, and we've been planning that. So we are getting into the final stages of that. And I also attended Kelly's election drive-in giveaway. That was super successful. I've only been to the Rosemead part, but I was able to see a beautiful dog. So that was really fun. And I also attended the election watch party, and it was really amazing because there were a lot of students there and we all engaged, and it seemed like a really fun time. And lastly, I've been working on our polos and jackets. I believe I've gotten everyone's sizes, so that's good. So hopefully we can put that into the works once we find a good price on the jackets and polos. But yes, that is all for my board reports, and hopefully I didn't miss anyone. But next we're going to move on to financial reports, if we have any.
We actually do have a financial report. The problem is I'm not near my laptop to send it out. So I will give it to Michael. He'll put it out there. You can look at it and you can approve of it next week.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. And next we're gonna move on to advisor report, and I'll hand it off to Carrie for now.
Hey, everybody. So congratulations to everybody. I'm so excited by what I'm seeing you all do. And the admin definitely take note of it. Dr. Olivo loves that video. And she's just really excited about the different things that are happening around the election. So all the things that are happening with Alex and Spirit Week, you know, the Spoken Mic Night, again, all of these activities, the Black Brown Solidarity, we're going to do Black Panther. Folks are really excited and happy. And it's nice to know that people are willing to drive out because I think people want to engage. And what you all didn't see maybe because you were busy on Monday when we were handing stuff out is the number of staff who I think are just so interested in engaging because a lot of folks came by and dropped by, and Dave Stammen was really nice, and he gave us a bunch of chargers. So that's something we didn't have. So folks are offering up stuff. Rosemead was saying, we've got coffee mugs. And I'm like, okay, you know, so there's a lot of things. I think folks are really happy to see you out there and being active and really leading the way and just being there for your students. So congratulations to everybody. I think you've done an excellent job. The other thing too is we've got a couple of things coming up that I'm concerned about. One is I honestly have not been watching the results because it just gives me so much anxiety. So if it gives me anxiety, and I consider myself pretty lucky and stuff here, I have a job. I can imagine maybe other folks and other students who are even more anxious, who don't have jobs, who are working, hoping that things change with this election. So just for you to be mindful and aware of your peers, that they might need someplace to talk. We didn't set a debrief session up because we weren't really sure how to make it a safe space for everybody. The college is doing a kind of debrief on Friday. So really encouraging folks if they need a space to go. Also, I know that the Quest Center is doing some debriefs as well. So if you know folks who just need to kind of talk, that would be a space, you know, also be open for your own selves, just to even talk about it. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to be empathetic and willing to listen, right? And understand that everyone has a different perspective and a different thing. And this is upsetting to everybody. So you all can be that comforting presence. So I do encourage you to do that. Something else that will be coming up is, as all of you are getting your committees up, I've been getting some phone calls. Don't forget, you need to post these agendas. And as soon as, I would encourage you to really post it 4 days in advance, because what I'd like you to do is send it to Francis. And that way they can post it on your meeting, your AS meeting. She's the only, they're the only one that has the contact for how to post on your website. So we want to make sure that gets there. Also, you should be posting this on Lancer Life, either as a news item or an event, so that people will know about it. If you go on there, you'll see Chris has been doing a really good job. I think Kyle posted his. Kelly's posting stuff up. So please make sure we're using all of our resources. Today, what's very interesting, I would say 90% of the people who came in said they saw this event on our Instagram. So don't forget our Instagram. We need to reach out and cast as wide as net as possible for folks to know that you're meeting and that your agendas are out there, because people, I think, really do want to connect. And this might be a great way for you to grab more members. Once you have, so don't forget, you need to schedule the meeting with myself or your other, Jordan or Dean Cobb in mind. When you schedule your meetings, talk to us first to make sure that we're free, and then make sure that you include us on the email chain so that we get the email with the agenda on it. Okay. So again, it's about communication, getting the agenda out. So it's these little things that we just need to tighten up on. Also, once you get your committee set, encourage them to join Lancer Life and join the ASPCC page. And then once they're in there, you need to go in there and make them your committee. So there is an actually membership option there for committees. So go ahead and make all of your members members of whatever committee that you have them on. So that way they can get credit for this on their co-curricular transcript. And last thing I have is, I'm sorry I don't have the email in front of me. When I get to my computer, I'll send it out later in the day. But I just got notice from the Student Services. It's very important that you share this news. Is number one, if you have a debt to the college of less than $99, they will allow you to register. If come spring, you owe more than $99 at 2 days prior to class starting. If you owe $100 or more and you haven't paid it 2 days before class starts, you will be dropped from your class. So we saw this happen to international students very, very abruptly. They were given less than a week's notice to pay their entire bill. Otherwise, they'd be dropped from the class, which then has really catastrophic implications for their immigration status. They are now expanding this to students enrolled in general. If you owe the college $100 or more, 2 days prior to the start of class, you will be dropped. So I'll get that email and send it out to you, but I think we need to do our best to let our students know so they can start making plans now to save some money or do their financial aid or make some plans. I know spring sounds like it's a long way off, but if you got to save some money and during the time of Corona, it's, you know, $10 at a time, now's the time to let folks know. So I'll be sure to send that email out. But other than that, again, I can't tell you how thankful I am to go into month of November. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, just being able to work with all of you because I'm so proud of what you've done today. I'm sitting around here looking at all of you, and it's just been a fantastic, fantastic week and fantastic events coming that we've had. So very proud of you all. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Carrie. And next we'll have Jordan speak.
Oh my God, sorry. I apparently am technology challenged because I clicked on my Launchpad and now I don't know what I did. Let's see. This morning, I advised and attended the Supreme Council meeting with Kyle. It went very, very well. I'm very excited this year for Supreme Council and what Kyle wants to do and all the council members on that. So it's going to be really, really great. I also want to make sure to update you all just to say that please still be careful when you're going out, doing all these wonderful events, making sure that you are staying safe. Flu season is here. It's going to be here as well as COVID. And so just to keep that in mind when you're hanging out with family, doing all that, and just making sure you're staying safe as students, as well as staying sane, especially during this week and this time. I have not been keeping up with the election results as I should as a poli-sci major, but I have been doing things that have been more of self-care and making sure I'm taking care of myself. So that way, if I do check on the results, I'm not like, oh, you know, so making sure you all are doing that, eating well, sleeping, as well as taking time in the day to either exercise or be with yourself. So that way you can recharge and relax and do all of that. As a similar student to you all, please make sure you're taking the time as well to do schoolwork and making sure you're reaching out to your professors if you're having any difficulties. If you or anybody else needs training for your committees on Parley Pro or Brown Act or time management or anything, please reach out to me. And thank you, Carrie, for saying advance notice is very much appreciated. There are some dates that are coming up that I may not be able to do stuff on. So if you need stuff, please just let me know. So that way I can prepare well in advance, okay? Other than that, that's it.
All right, thank you, Jordan. I know that Dr. Cobb is at the event and I'm not sure if she would like to speak.
They're bringing the laptop over.
Okay.
There you go.
Hi. This is so funny. So I don't have too many updates. One of the main updates I do have is from the Transfer Center, and I will forward this email to you from the Transfer Center about, as we know, it's transfer season. And just so you'll know some of the things the Transfer Center is offering in terms of helping students transfer is there is, you can connect to a live person with one click at the Transfer Center for assistance with help transferring. They are working on equity transfer support through Clave and Transfer Bound. specifically designed to support Latina, Latino, and Latinx and Black and African American students to transfer, and I will send that out as well. They are having university reps and transfer advisors on that can assist students, and they also doing the transfer workshops, and they'll also be and they'll be helping. Some of the workshops are on Saturday. We'll be doing essay reviews. If you are applying somewhere where you have to do an essay, they're going to do transfer nudges, a transfer lounge, and assistance with Cal State LA application support and all application support. And let's see, and also individual university reps. One of the big things that's really important, if any of you are considering transferring to Cal State LA, you know, Cal State LA can be really picky about their application. And rather than ask each other for assistance, please utilize the professional assistants and expert assistants at the transfer center to help complete that that application, because we know that colleges, particularly Cal State's and particularly Cal State LA, are being really nitpicky about even technical errors on the application and really not including an application that may have a technical error or a minor omission. So it's really important that you utilize and really express to students that they utilize the services at the transfer center. And other than that, I think these events are incredible. I think you all have done a fantastic job on the drive-through events, last night's event. I know us poli-sci majors geeked out last night. Thank you very much. I enjoyed my geeking out. And so it was really, I thought it was a great experience and really good for you to do. So congratulations to you all for doing that. And for the drive-throughs. And as I said in my email, you all have renewed me this week to be able to be near you and around you and doing things in a different way, but in a way that you're serving students. So that's really geeked me out too. But also along the lines of what Jordan and Carrie have said, please just don't obsessively watch election results. We won't know the outcome of the presidential election for real for some time now. So don't get yourself anxious. You know, we have enough other stuff to do, and you have good work to do, and let's focus on the good work that needs to get done. So I think that's the extent of my, one of the things we are working on through student services is a Lancer Care Center. And that's really creating virtually, and then when we come back physically, a central location to provide basic needs and mental health support or basic needs support to our students. And so I'm on a small committee that we're working on that, creating what that Lancer Care Center will look like. And that's really to assist students with CalFresh applications, with emergency financial aid, and those kinds of things. So it's really, I just wanted to let you know, we're still working on what that looks like because we also recognize that there are privacy issues as well. So that's my.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Kopp. And that's, I believe, all our advisor reports. So now we're going to move on to shared governance discussion, which is agenda item 4. And this is a time where if anyone has mentioned something in their board reports or heard anything in their shared governance meetings and would like to comment or discuss about it, please do so here.
Christina? Okay. I actually wanted to respond to Chris in one of his board reports. I know he mentioned, you know, how can we better spend ICT funding? I think something that came up in our club, in our pre-law club, was that we could probably purchase more Zoom, like professional Zoom accounts, so that we're not limited to 40 minutes. Because every time we try to host any meeting, we get kicked out by the 40-minute mark. And I'm sure a lot of other clubs are having that problem as well. But yeah, just yeah. Thank you.
Great.
First.
Hopefully. Oh, okay. Go, Jasmine.
Sorry.
Oh no, you could speak. Do you have something to share?
No. Actually, this is the shared governance reports, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because of the meeting, I attended yesterday, the Student Success Committee. I did mention that I'm going to reach out to the folks. I can't remember their names. The folks from the Foothill campus. But I wanted to see if anyone had any questions or any suggestions. My biggest thing is to bridge over the resources that we have on the main campus to that Foothill campus to hopefully inspire the non-credit folks to transfer over to PCC and obtain an AA, and then hopefully get acclimated to transfer as well, because I feel like there isn't enough resources for them to know that there are communities and even programs and even communities that welcome folks that come from continuation schools. So I don't know if anyone had anything else to add or any suggestions that they would like me to do regarding this.
Hey, Jasmine, can you make an appointment? Let's talk later after this because I do have some questions about what's going on over there. But because you're talking Foothill, right?
Yes, I'm talking Foothill. Thank you,
Okay,
Harriet.
Because I've got some structural questions. But anyway, talk to me.
Will do.
Afterwards. Thanks.
Will do. Bye.
Okay, anyone else has anything to share?
Just a shout out again, this technology piece that's going out. If you're available at 4, please attend.
Okay, we're gonna move on. So we're gonna move on to action item A, which is reimbursements for the 1Password subscription, and I will hand that off to Mackenzie.
All right, everybody. As you all know, we've been using 1Pass, so we can go ahead and share our passwords and use everything we need. So pretty straightforward. This is the reimbursement, so that way Carrie doesn't have to pay for the entire thing herself. So this is all the information we need. It's going to be coming out of the. Let me pull it back up. It's going to be coming out of the subscriptions category of our budget. But yeah, I'd like to go ahead and move to approve the reimbursement of the cost of an annual subscription to 1Pass not to exceed $700 to come from subscriptions.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, I guess first by Mackenzie and second by, I think, Emmanuel. I know there was like 3 people
Me.
talking.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, continue.
I'm sorry. And then, okay, should we do a roll call vote? I guess Mackenzie?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Louise?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
Alex?
Aye.
Okay, Jasmine?
Aye.
Philly?
Aye.
Kelly?
Aye.
Emmanuel?
Aye.
Kyle?
Aye.
And David?
Aye.
Okay, great. Motion passes. So now moving on to our next action item, which is approval for the podcast budget. And I'm going to hand it over to Kyle.
Hey guys, this is still the one. Oh, there we go. So this is the podcast budget. So we don't explicitly have any event date because we're talking about this being like the rest of the year long thing. And so it's going to be $600 coming out of the programming budget. I've broken down the specific costs. If any of you guys have any questions on how those numbers came about, and I can explain that further, but the transcription services is 25 cents per minute, and that's assuming a 3 minutes or 3 hours a month period for the whole 1120 to 621 period. And the same thing goes with all that data. It's just a conglomeration of that period. So if anyone has any questions about how I arrived at those terms or how I broke down the contingency funds, we can ask about that. But I want to make a motion to approve our budget for the podcast. not to exceed $600 coming out of the programming budget.
So let's have discussion first before we make some motions, okay? Because I have a question. Where are you getting your transcription done at 25 cents a minute?
Exactly. So can I share my screen, Mackenzie? So this is the hosting software which we are going to be utilizing. And for example, when we go down here, there's an add-on and it says episode transcription. It's 25 cents a minute. And for each episode, it gets sent to them and they're going to create a transcript themselves. And then they send it back to us in the written form.
Awesome. Because you can't find that. Usually it's $1.25 a minute. So that's really good.
I know we shopped around. We tried to create the lowest cost model and this seemed to be it.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Any other questions or discussion on this? Because I can break it down further if you want to know exactly what's coming from where, what's the sources, how did I arrive at those dollar figures? I can explain all of it if any of you guys want.
Does
I'm
anyone?
gonna guess you're good, and if yeah, I'm gonna say you're good.
Awesome. So I'll remake the motion. I move to approve the agenda item podcast budget, not to exceed $600 coming out of the programming budget.
Okay, great. So we have first by Kyle and second by Emmanuel. So motion passes for the approval of.
You gotta do a roll
first and
call.
second, you gotta do a roll call vote.
Oh yeah, darn. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll call vote. First Mackenzie. Chris.
Aye.
Louise.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
We have Alex.
Alex, Eli.
Aye.
Okay. Jasmine.
Aye.
Philly.
Aye.
Kelly.
Sorry, I couldn't find my mute. Aye.
Emmanuel.
Aye.
Kyle.
Aye.
And David.
Aye.
Okay, great. Motion passes now. So now that, okay.
You're doing awesome, Christine. You're doing awesome.
Oh, okay. So next we're going to move on to discussion item A, which is introductions at Board of Trustee meetings, which is going to be, I'll hand it off to Mackenzie then.
Actually, for this, I'm going to hand it off to David. Hold on. David, you good? He'll be on in a second. You can just, do you want to do it here?
All right, y'all. So I wanted to talk to y'all about the Board of Trustees meeting that we're having next week. Maybe not talk about it in this meeting just because we have a jam-packed agenda and we're almost out. So let me just wait. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set up a study session with all of you so we can talk about our talking points later on. Because Trustee Watt does want us to have an extended discussion about DEI and sort of the efforts that we're having statewide. So keep a lookout for a doodle poll. I'm gonna send that out later today.
Okay, and if anyone wants to chime in, but if there's nothing, we can move on to the next discussion, which is invited guests, and I don't believe we have any.
I don't see any.
Okay, and the next one will be AS training, if we have any.
No, I think what the nature of what we're doing up here is not, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And that's because we got to close down at 1 and head to Rosemead.
Okay, great. So now we're gonna go to agenda item 7, which is appointment to college-wide committees. Not
Gary,
sure.
can anyone reach out? Because I haven't heard anything. None that we know of. I yelled at kids.
Okay, and next we'll move on to appointments.
Actually, sorry,
Okay.
I do have one. I'd like to appoint Michael Garcia to the BRAC committee. BRAC.
Okay.
Resource Allocation Committee. There we go. That's the
Okay. RAC committee. Okay. I don't believe we need a vote, right? Okay. And that's it for all the committees. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to appointments to AS committees, if we have any. If anyone has any. Okay. Oh, we have one? Okay, never mind. We don't have any. Okay, so now we're going to move on to bill acceptances. I don't know if Kelly has anything.
No, not right now. Yeah, we're still waiting for the news cycle. So.
Okay, and approval for ICC funding. I'll hand that off to Chris.
No packets have been turned in, so there's nothing to approve.
Okay, so we have any public comment on non-agenda items?
Can someone check the YouTube, please?
I believe Emmanuel.
No comments.
No comment? Okay. And I'll move on to announcements. If anyone has any announcements, please speak now.
The scholarships are supposed to come out with their results on Friday. So if anyone applied for foundation scholarships, you should know your results very soon. That's it.
Okay. Anyone else have an announcement?
I have something. So tomorrow night we have our game night held on our Discord, which will be advertised later today on our Instagram by Philly. Love you, Philly. Come out to that. That's from 6 to 9 p.m. on the ASPCC Discord that I created. On Friday, we have our Black Panther movie night, which is technically all day because the way that the credentials work. So it's from midnight on Friday to 11:59 p.m. that you can watch Black Panther at any time as long as you have the link to that. And that will also be advertised on all our socials later this week. That's it.
Okay, anyone else have anything to share? If not, we'll just move on. So other than that, we have our future meeting date, and I believe that needs to be changed because November 11th is Veterans Day, so we will not be having a meeting. So please do not come on our YouTube because we will not be here. So our next meeting date will be on November 18th, 2020, which will be online, and agenda items will be due on Thursday, November 12th, 2020 by 11:59 p.m. And now we are going to move on to adjournment, which I'm actively seeking a motion.
I motion to adjourn.
Can I get a second?
I move to adjourn. That's correct.
Okay, first by Kyle, second by Mackenzie. And now we're going to move on to a roll call vote. Mackenzie?
Aye.
Chris?
Aye.
Louise?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
Alex,
Alex?
yell aye. He's gonna do it from a different computer.
Aye.
Okay. Jasmine?
Aye.
Philly?
Philly, mark him as absent because he had to step away for a moment.
All right. Kelly?
Aye.
Manuel?
Aye.
Okay. Kyle?
Aye.
And we have David.
Aye.
Okay, great. The meeting is now adjourned at 12:59. Yay.